So, hi, my dear friends. This is Prasanna Kumar, your Prasanna Kumar. Uh, Please join this live reading. I'm just, I came up with a random reading, poetry in my voice, tagline. So, just if you're there, you could just comment, and I could read a couple of poems that come across, you know. And yes, how could we forget to talk about a mental health, which is very much important. You know, a man is enshrouded with couple of things. Stress, agony, pain. It's quite unmanageable. I mean, it's like you know he's trying to balance himself. Yesterday we celebrated World Health Mental Health Day. Yeah, but much to talk about. Mental health regarding depression, stress, tension. How to get rid of them? How to cope up with the events that turn eventually that unforeseen maybe. Uh, Much of awareness has to be uh, given out, and a large amount of I gone through a paper when where some people have, I mean, it's like government has to dedicate, allocate such a certain amount of fund for regarding to spreading awareness of mental health. So it is very important, especially these days. People are surrounded with many of things, and he or she is unable to what do you call, maintain the peace that is very much required, and losing their mental stability, and they are becoming unstable, restless. uh, you know it has to be talked much about it, but here today we're not. Maybe this is the medium, maybe this I tried to come, maybe it's the way. Maybe I am dealing, uh, I'm trying to deal my kind of psychological kind of issues, or whatever it is kind of. So welcome, my dear friends. Nobody has joined, but yes, if anybody has joined, if you could kindly, good enough to, please comment, so that I could, I could get, inspired or motivated, or be encouraged by your kind of, support. That would be helpful in, and boosting uh, so let's begin with it's not a laughing point at any point of time, since we have been witnessing for not for a couple of days, but it has been happening every day, here and there, in the form of floods, or in the form of kind of earthquakes, wars here. Just I cannot take the names of the countries, but yeah, for whose gain and whose loss it is, you cannot um able to. I mean, I'm not. We are not probably um, qualified. Maybe that is maybe to discuss about or think about that. But as a normal human being, we could all wish for a world peace, and world harmony, communal harmony, gender kind of balance, um, no discrimination of race, caste, anything, kind of thing. So we should try to be human, maintaining the humane qualities and all. It's a process, maybe. Maybe this is the medium. Maybe I am trying to uh, 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 maybe this stress or trying to maintain my mental stability. Maybe you could put it as. So let's begin and have some, by going through the notifications, some have sent their poems. That's very good. And I am very thankful to them. And let's begin with a poem written by uh, Dr. Ambassador Dr. Laxmikanta Dash. Yes, he writes a beautiful poems. And thank you, Nayma. Thank you for joining. And such a pleasure having you around. And yes, I would be reading your poem as well. Please encourage. And yes, let's begin. Aroma of peace gives magical feeling. Its sweet fragrance flows for well-being. Soulful symphony abdicates melancholy. Make life odoriferous and extended widely. Peace can collect many beautiful sequences. It proceeds without consequence. Peace can nurture the life for heavenly desire, sending a signal of love for admire. Glamour of light gives soothing flame, gives a loving pigment for the peace in the nickname. Passionate love for peace gives eternal light a new appearance, sense in the life with bright. Beautifully written and in a rhythmic and in a rhyming pattern by Dr. Laxmikanta Dash. It's a peace poem, Eternal Flame of Peace. Let's jump across, let's move ahead. Let's gonna go ahead with another poem. Yes. This is sent by Ledarose Santos Delima, or aka Black Angel. Ledarose Santos Delima. I am scared to love again. I'm scared to love again. I want to love. I want to fall in love. I want to love. I want to fall in love, but this word makes me scared. I'm afraid my fragile heart not yet prepared. I'm scared because of the past. That pain haunt me from the beginning to last. Beautiful line. The long, lonely, sleepless nights and never-ending tears. The broken heart covered with fears. I know I need to be in love because love is the greatest gift from above. Wow. But where do I get the courage? If I lose my faith and stuck here like a hostess, by choice, I better to stay like this, keep searching for my own bliss. Maybe in God's perfect time, He will send the one who will stay with me for a lifetime. Wow. So beautifully written. Ledarose Santos Delima, aka Black Angel. Wow. So that is second poem, my dear friends. Roopali ma'am has joined, and thank you, ma'am. Thank you for joining, and thank you for your happy evening. The next poem, which I'm going to read, is written by the one who he always supports this platform, and he's like what do you call, mainstay, I would say. So here it is. Geography of Love 2. Tis not place or face or special grace, tis not sky or sea or wondrous spire, tis not sent or went or mission tent, but set and sure a shared intense allure. It's not. chase or place or garden wall. It's not the time or dime or late night call. It's not tease, not ease, not curve of leg. It's not snack or fact, not turn of pace, but relief of grief and harbor safe. It's not bright starlight or a special measured or shared summer place, but the lights of used and the phrases used that rich soul touch. That rich soul touch, these riches wisdom clutch, lingers such outside the burly bonds of time, till confusion ceases and relief is weakness in the arms and fold and heart, truthful and daring, sharing, curtains pulled, reveals the wealth of self unfold, emboldened, rolled in, rally tallies, gold in unique visions of surpassed high hopes, revisions, decisions, miraculous transition, religion, that special vision, bold, love, secret, treasure hold, warm hands clasped, long foretold. That was by Richard Spisak, a brilliant poem. So let's go ahead with another poem. Yes. She's a brilliant writer. She's an award-winning poet, and she featured, and I always say she featured on BBC. Yes, I take the pleasure of reading her poem tonight. So, Bethnal Green. A journey to the Bethnal Green. It seems odd to take this path when it does not lead to you. Every weekend racing to merge. Unpacking the whole week's events when the world faded, a flood of desire carrying away the world's laments. Now the world has stopped. The desire terminated. Faded snapshots of memory as I alight at your stop, a cat burglar in your hold, here for my own ends, avoiding detection, the place you stood. In the rush hour, trickle and flow, beaming in your manner, the pearly king of banter, lullabies of bells above. I am thief of love. I am the thief of love, taking horse when mine is broken, unbearable, hopeful longing, unspoken, stealing through the curves of love's end in the east end. That was a brilliant poem written by Nayma Chamchoun. Nayma Chamchoun is a very well-known poet, a brilliant writer, artist. Thank you, Nayma. Thank you for sharing your wonderful poem. I would certainly say that, and such an honor reading your poem. So let us have another poem. Maybe I could I'm just skimming through. I mean, maybe I can. Yes, she's a part of our Patel. It's like a team member. Ever since we got 2000s. I mean, it's like 7 years of friendship, maybe. You can say it is. But it was, from the beginning we are together. But yes, that was called Affection, written by Gelda, Castro. The affection that our heart dedicate to those who pass through our lives is as if our fingerprints were drawn on their souls. Because a heart that overflows affection has the effectiveness of healing, transforming, and nourishing the spirit of those who receive. And this constant exchange of giving and receiving enriches the donor and the recipient, making both a beam of light in the darkness of so many other lives. Indeed, this is what we, wishing for. That is beautifully written by Gelda, Castro. Some have shared, but I couldn't get the thing up. And why has she shared? Tasneem, Hussain. But yes, and this is it. Thank you, Nayma. Thank you for your kind support, and thank you, Laxman Das sir. For, yes, I read your poem in the beginning. Thank you, Till. Thank you for watching, and thank you, Roopali ma'am. Thank you for your comment. Magical touch. Okay, I would reveal the poet's name later, but yes, the red dirt road. The red dirt road leads to the pine forest. The river flows on the mountain. The sun shines on the curved path drawn by Kanchenjunga. Now my whole body is covered with fog. There is an intoxication in the light, frosty air. I am getting warmer in the winter clothes. The warmth is slowly consuming me. In a moment, I am reaching at a old, colorful architecture. There is no dust, no dirt, no parents, no family, no worries, no thoughts. I remember the traffic jam in my city, the two wet lips in a cup of cold coffee, remembering those days, remembering the days. I used to reach the destination as soon as the evening fell down. I will go to the river again. I'll see how the river flows in the silence against being. I used to sit in the deep valley and wait for someone whose magical touch calmed my warmth in an instant. What a beautiful feeling. And it's written by Mili Das, well-established poet. I mean, it's like she writes in Bengali, Hindi, and English, very well-known poet. So that was Mili Das, the title, The Magical Touch. Thank you, my dear friends, for your, comments and for your encouragement. Maybe I think no words. Let us, I try to, maybe I randomly pick someone. I have one in mind, and maybe this I could just take it out as, but yes. Maybe. Excuse me, and sorry. Sometimes it's bad to pick a random one, and you cannot justify it. Maybe I don't know. Thank you, Ranjana ma'am. Maybe I could read yours. Yes, I think. Yes, this tickled me a bit. Yeah, let us go. Yes. If I am fortunate to get one, I could read out, and maybe I think, if I'm lucky enough to get a grab, a poem. Yes, it's all published. Miss, I could not able to read them. Like the ghost in the Hamlet, many apparitions appear in the midnight of injustice with their dark stories. For them, the earth is the only a meaningless, revolving planet. Images of men restless within their deemed impure, less than human in our feudal history. Images of women, victims of traumatic truths, violated and torn apart, walked with panicked breaths and broken accents, defeated and deflated with the burden of repercussions, birds with broken wings surviving in the chilly climb in the dread of winter. Is there a hope for a new horizon. Wow, brilliant. So brilliantly penned by Dr. Ranjana, Sharan, Sinha, which is published in, this is some Globe magazine, September-October issue. Very, I mean, so powerful and so, thank you. I'm going to read one poem, which I think I could, I just have, but yes, this is, I could not able to read, I developed a site maybe. If you love yourselves, if you love yourself, and if you have empathy for others, if you lead your life with care, fun, and honesty, you are never old. Exactly. And if you remain uh, blessed all the time, and if you break your heart, needy, you are really, yeah, your world. Let the A's grow, but there should be a childlike stream inside that could smoothly flow. Wow. Age is just a number which never learn to look back. Exactly. And you too engage yourself with different activities to have nice feedback. No matter how the worm weakness, the weakness come and go rapidly, no matter how birthdays have gone, you just focus on yourself positively. That was published in World Literature, Global Daily Global, some newspaper of Bangladesh, very popular. And such a proud, I mean, feeling proud to read this poem and written by Sujata Paul. Exactly. Sujata Paul is a well-known poet from Tripura. So that was another poem in my mind is there. So I think I cannot say that it is a random pick, but I have I have it in my mind, and yes, maybe this. Thank you, my friends. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your commenting and kind. But maybe I could switch the. This is this poem which I am gonna read is really touched me. I mean, this is so beautiful. Let me. I lost her name. I lost her name. I lost her name somewhere from where I can't get there. Her name I have lost, but not memories of her. Can you tell me her name? I met her in rusty, dusty bus. on the highway from somewhere to nowhere. We had sat sulky, quite unknowingly, and then at a roadside cave we spoke later as evening fell. She told me a story. She told me her teen twins died on their birthday in a car crash. All she had heard was a handful of ash. A long grief-filled year passed before she let him know she was afraid he too would die all alone in a foreign land. Do you think that's why I lost her name? Never ever to find it again. I remember her story, but can't remember her name. Each winter I hug the maroon velvet abaya she bought for me from faraway Libya. You see, she remembered my name and had found me somewhere else away from bleeding memories. She felt free. She said she was happy there. She helped a woman give birth in her care. Sometimes when there were twins, she blessed them from her heart. If you remember her name, tell me, even if the night is dark and the moon had hidden its face. Sometimes night sleep eludes me. You, she has said, holding my hand to her heart, are only my friend. I don't remember her name, only that dusty, rusty bus which goes from somewhere to nowhere, somewhere to nowhere, somewhere to nowhere. What a beautiful, quite an emotional ride, maybe. It's a poet who talked about the experience that he gone through or, witnessed. Maybe. Published in Setu Bilingual Patrika, written by Dr. Roopali Sircar Gaur. Yes, my mentor. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. So that's for today, my dear friends. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Yes, if you have any suggestions, if you have any, a kind of, what do you call? To share, you are free to share the opinion. You are free to join the Vital Brains. You could every Sunday 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time. It begins and it transfers 2 or 3 hours based on the number of the poets. So you are welcome. You could bring in your poets, and this is where we can just try to talk about not only reading poetry but reading poetry. We try to express the solidarity for the victims of wars, the kind of thing. It's like there are many of inhuman things what are happening around the walls. So this is maybe in the medium. So I wish you would all join us in this moment. Thank you. Thank you for joining.